Hey everyone, I'm Tattoo,
And I'm Emily Herrera.
and welcome back to Conversations with the Herreras. Today we're gonna be talking about friends.
Friendships.
Oh, yeah. So all of us, right? We can remember our first friend, our first best friend, right? And it's crazy because like I always think, I wonder what happened to my best friend. When I was in elementary school, I had a best friend his name was Joey, and me and him were best friends because my name is Joel, and name is Joey, and everyone's like, you guys are like dumb little kids. You guys are like brothers. 'Cause we had the kind of the same name. So he was my best friend, and then life goes on. But what happens to your friends?
Well, like me, I went to a small Catholic school. I was kind of a loner to about fifth grade. I floated around here and there. I was a little new waver. I loved it. And then I met one of my best friends, Jennifer. I know where she's at, but we don't talk every day. We talk literally 3 times a year. My birthday, her birthday, and New Year's. Never fails. One of us, she'll always text me. I always text her. And on New Year's, we text each other. Oh, Christmas too. But those are basically it. But I adore her still. And when we do talk, it's like an hour conversation. He's oh, where the hell have you been? I'm on the phone, and that's it. And
Free after 9, buddy. After 9.
my data's all wasted. Call me after 9 when my data's free
Uh-huh.
on my flip phone. Um, but as we get older, we've had friends from college. We've had friends that we just met next last week, right? I mean, high school, college, now employee friends that now they're like friends like personally. But one of the things that I think me and Joel discovered during our, you know, evolution of us being together, us starting a business, us working, is that not a lot of friends want to support you.
Hmm. Yeah, it's crazy because I think some people want you to do good, but they don't want you to do better than they're doing. And that's what anyone that follows us that knows us, we have our own little coffee shop, and we do a lot for our community. That's what we're known as. That's what everyone knows what we do, and along the way, we have friends that stop being our friends, and then we have friends, and then somehow we got really good friends, and then, some friends never left, and some friends became even closer than friends, you know, and Emily and I, we got COVID, right? We got COVID, and then we got sick. And you know what's crazy? The friends that are super close to us are the ones that checked on us. They're the ones that came and dropped off food. They're the ones that made sure that we were alive.
And even people that you wouldn't expect, that
Yeah.
are, I would say, friends. We had someone send us something in the mail to make sure our oxygen levels were okay.
Mm-hmm.
And these are they're more than they're friends, right? But I wouldn't say they're our inner circle. But when we see them, we talk to them,
Uh-huh.
and it's amazing that someone you might have been, I don't know, maybe high school 20 years, didn't even come and check, or
And
didn't
yeah.
even try to, like, hey, are you okay? Even with our businesses, Joel always has this saying, right? Because we're in the industry, culinary industry, um, that all your family and friends are, man, you're a good cook. You're a good cook. Oh, you should open a restaurant. They do, and then they fail. And why? Because your friends are only going to be there the first 30 days just to hang out,
Mm.
cool. And then after that, they're not there because you have to run a business. It's, we are busy and things. And I have people haven't even gone to my new coffee shop, or I have people that I don't, that they're hating and talking about you. And that's a sad thing, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you would call those friends, but they want to still be there when
Why
they
is
want
it
to.
that it's crazy? Because I know so many girls that always say they either they have no friends or they only have this many friends, right? And then guys, on the other hand, guys are all like, "Oh, that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend," right? Men always have like 30 friends.
I think it depends who the person is, right? Like me, I'm a very affectionate, loving person.
Hmm.
Like, I love people. I do. I'm kind of the opposite. I trust with all my heart, and then people say, "Oh, you gotta earn your trust." Ain't no guy. I'm not no gang member. You gotta trust me. The thing is, trust is built, right? And when I meet someone, you haven't done anything to me, so I trust you. After a while, you realize character, and if they're in your inner circle, and I just distance myself. You know,
And
um,
that's very true because Emily is like that. If you ever meet Emily, like she's real loving. She'll be your friend. Oh, she wants to give you a hug. She'll always check on you. right? And I'm always like, dude, you know who that is? And she's like, oh no, we're friends. I grew up in a gang. I grew up not trusting anybody. So that's why if I meet a man, he doesn't shake my hand, he doesn't call me by my name, he doesn't look into my eyes when we talk. Like automatically, I'm like, dude, I don't trust this guy, and I've never ever been wrong with it, you know. And it's one of those things where I'm the opposite. Like, man, like I don't trust you. I gotta believe whatever you like. Whatever you tell me, I'm not gonna believe you until I know you know you.
But I think that kind of mixes the balance, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's
he
true.
brings me back and I bring him forward. Because people are people,
Yeah,
you
that's true.
know, and people make this world go round and relationships are important, you know, and I think when you have a friend or what you ever you consider a friend is honesty and upfront,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And if you have to tiptoe around the people around you, those are not your friends.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it. They're acquaintances.
Mm-hmm.
They're opportunists. Or you're an
Mm-hmm.
opportunist, right? What can I get for them? Or I've heard people say, I gotta be nice until this day because I need this. Well, you're an opportunist. Everybody's done it. Everybody has.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I think it's important to say that we feel very passionate about our friends are our family too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a second family. We travel together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hello, we drove from San Antonio all the way to New York to the James Beer House, 30 hours with a group of boys plus my Lucy in a car, non-stop. It was chaos.
It was with stinky girls.
Stinky boys.
Whatever.
But that's what made our adventure, right? Because those are the memories we talk about it now today.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But I think that's what makes us and our friends a lot closer. Is that being older, I think we tend to do a lot more like adult things. Like we like to travel a lot, or like being older, we like to go for a drive, to the hill country, and that's me. I like antiquing.
he does.
I like what people watching, and I like to stroll in the window watch. When I get money one day, I'm gonna buy that and that and that.
He's like my typical old lady.
That's me. But I love to drive, so like we'll drive into the hill country, and our friends like to tag along, and then I have my other really close friends where we just hang out in the front yard and drink, and I like that because that's what we do, and that's our bond, and we're older men that we like to talk about our day, and we just watch time fly, and
And I also think it's also important in relationships like um we have basically the same friends, because we are married, but their friends, if they're important to my husband, I want them to be important to me because they matter to him. I'm not one of those like, oh, I can't believe I can't stand him. Now don't get me wrong, there might be some bad influences here and there,
they're good influences.
right? But I generally care about my husband's mental health. Does he have support for him? And he doesn't think about those things, but I do. So I always encourage him, hey, go out with the guys.
But I think that's a big thing though for anyone that's in a relationship, male or female. When you're with somebody, you should also give them the room to grow. Give them the room to like go hang out with their friends, right? What happens is that people get real strung out about a like someone wants to go out with their friends, to the club or whatever. They're like, no, I don't trust you.
The club, what are you? They act like you're young? Yeah, right.
But that's, and that's what happens. And arguments start, and there's trust issues, But when you get older, it's cool because hey, you know what? Like her and her sisters, they have their sister vacation they go on, right? And then her and her girlfriends, they'll have a night where they'll have dinner together, or me and my friends will go and just have a little beer or two.
Let me tell you about his friends. They call me before they call him.
Because I don't have my number. My cricket number doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, whatever. But I want him. I'll give you a perfect example. I told him, go out with your friends. He was like, yeah, I'm going to have a guy's night. Cool. I ordered pizza. My Saturday Night Live was on. My dogs were on my bed. 11 o'clock, who comes strolling in?
I want you to know, because I was going to be home before 12.
Yeah.
Honoring our household.
No. But it's okay.
Well, she only gave me $10. I can't buy too many beers with $10. That's on my allowances.
But I think it's important. And if you're constantly getting jealous, if you're constantly, those kind of things, you really have to reevaluate what that relationship is.
Yeah, that's very true.
And then you also have to reevaluate your friends, because if this is someone you love and he's a whole lot of loving,
that a fat joke?
No, not like that. Like it's a lot to handle.
You see, this is why I eat because of her.
Oh my gosh, whatever. Um, that you really have to like. Why are you with them? Why are you gonna be mad every second they go out with their friends?
Why you can be with someone that you don't trust?
I
If you don't
mean,
trust them, like you know what's crazy is that people will tell me like, oh, she should go out, or like she talks to a lot of her ex boyfriends, but they talk like their friends, right? It doesn't bother me because I trust them.
not a lot.
Yeah,
One.
I know who you are, buddy. I know where you work.
One.
Lego, my ego. You know what that means. But anyway, no, but the thing is that I trust my wife where I'm not really worried about any of that. You know what I mean? And if I do have to worry, then there's a problem with my relationship. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And I'm very truthful with him. I'm like, this person was a part of my life for a very long time, but it's not even like that. It's not like we talk every day. It's just once in a while. But I tell him.
I'm watching. Always watching, buddy.
No, um, but it's not even like that. It's like that we have a trust, and once that trust is broken, then that's a different
And
story.
I think for us was that when I started dating Emily, Emily when she where she worked at when she was HR, she would travel a lot, and I knew right away I either had to be able to trust her, or don't get in this relationship because it was gonna drive me crazy, you know. So I had to grow up and be like, you know what, I'm okay with it, and then because Emily would be gone for weeks at a time, and she would be gone, and then you know, and then I had to get used to it. I had to be got used to like, hey, you know, she was gone from the house, you know, and she was doing whatever. But like, I had to know like, hey, you know what, I respect her, and I know she'll do the right thing, and we've never had a problem.
Mm-mm.
There's never been a time where Erin has to go for work where I'm like, I know you know you're up to something, or I'm blowing up her phone late at night, you know, because I know that you know Emily working HR and her being a big cheese, you know, she's like, you know, talking to the general manager, or they're out doing manager stuff, or they're doing whatever,
Mm.
you know, and that's the thing is that you know with relationships, you know, we have to grow up and either you accept it or not. But speaking of friends,
Yeah, we
I
got
know, I
off
know.
again. We went off the tangent. But friends, so one of the things we wanted to discuss is how do you cope with people that are not supportive of you in your inner circle anymore?
Don't mind our dogs. We're filming at home, and our dogs are
Four
everywhere.
pit bulls.
Four pit bulls.
So how do you? One, it's a grief, right? You have to grieve that relationship because it's not going to be the same anymore,
Mm.
and that's the honest truth. No matter what they try to do, no matter what you try to do, it's not going to be the same no
Mm.
more. Okay? Because you know they're not supporting where you're at in your dreams. So do you really want to call them friends? That doesn't mean you don't still care about them. That doesn't mean you don't care about their well-being. We have a saying: we want them to eat, just not at our table,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we want people to support us. We don't have all the answers, and we're very transparent. You know, that's why we're also making this YouTube and these videos and our reposts because we want people to know it's hard. We want people to know that it's a struggle. We want people to know that there's other people feeling the same way. Man, I've been hurt by my inner circle so many times. Well, not the ones that are here now, but and Joel always tells me I don't call him Tattoo. I call him Joel. Um, is that I know it hurts you, but if they don't support you, what you're doing, why would you want them around? He tells me. And it hurts me because I deeply care about these people. But it's okay because we're on different playing fields or their passive aggressiveness of well, what is in it for me? Or I want the credit, or they
Mm.
just want to hang out with us because they think we're popular. I don't even think we're popular, but whatever.
I'm very popular.
Oh God, with the old ladies. But you know, and Joel's gone through the same thing is that they talk shit.
Yeah, but my thing is more like, man, I lost my train of thought. My thing is more. Yeah, so what happens is that I read this thing in a book where it said, you'll never relive your good old days, right? And what I took it as, right, we all have those great memories, right? Like we went to Fiesta Texas with our friends. It was the best day ever, right? You can never recreate that with that same group of friends because that dynamics will never be the same,
Never.
right? And that's why they tell you like enjoy your life, right?
Every minute.
Enjoy every minute, right? Whenever you do and like whenever you're having fun, take it all in because it's never gonna be the same again. You know, I read this a couple of years ago. So whenever like me and Emily travel, whenever like all our kids are here and we're all having a good time, you know, I sit back and I just watch because I'm soaking it all in because I know that this will never happen again. You know, and the dynamic that it was happening. You know, so you know that's a big thing is that you know we think about our friends and we're like, oh, you know, we're gonna do this again, and it's not gonna happen like that. and it's okay because that's what life is, right? We grow older, we make, different friends. And, I have a lot of close friends though that I grew up with,
And your
like,
values change.
yeah, oh,
What? Yeah,
no, exactly.
your values change, and they might not agree with you. You
Yeah,
know.
and it's crazy because like I wasn't raised a Catholic. I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. I just became a Catholic last year, and most of my friends are Catholic, right? So then they're always like, "Oh, that's not Catholic like." That's like, it's cool because that's where I'm at now in my life, with my friends. And it's good, like it sucks because sometimes you think about the friends you lost, or you'll see them on your feed and you're kind of like, man, I wonder if they're doing well, and I'm a sucker because I always reach out like, hey man, I miss you, how you been? And then either they ignore me or it's like a long story about the craziness I already knew that they were into. They never left it, and that's just life, but we just wanted to touch on friendships. We want you to know that you're not the only one. A lot of times we feel like, man, am I the only one going through this? Am I the only one that doesn't have friends? Am I the only one that I feel like my friends are talking shit about me? You know what? It's everybody, baby. We all go through, men, women, we all go through the same thing. We all deal with it differently. But we want you to know you're not alone.
And if you need a friend, we're like the Golden Girls. We're here.
What does that mean?
Because we always tell people, look it, we all one important very thing to me.
Which one's Blanche?
Are you Blanche?
I am Blanche.
Oh,
what's your last name? Dizero?
Devereaux, fool. I'm Sophia.
Yeah, she loves me. Fool.
But we always say if you're never alone, right? So wherever person we meet, we say that they're family now. So if you ever feel alone, please just reach out to us. Just say hi. You just want to say hi, or you just want somebody just to say that's what we're here for. And we always, what's our saying?
Do small things with great love. If you feel like reaching out to us, if you want us to talk about a certain topic, or you have questions about your friendships, or like, hey man, I'm dealing with this, I really don't know. If we don't know,
we're not experts. We're just being transparent with our life.
Yeah, and we just know that people are going through the same thing that we've been through, and maybe this will help you a little bit. Maybe you'll watch this and be like, huh, it's good to know I'm not the only one. Yeah. But you guys have a good one. Until next time.
Love y'all.
Bye.